guys are ready. We are gonna use I'm gonna use a chair today. We're gonna use the waist high surface a little more than sometimes. Weights if you have them. Yeah, we can get started. It's 10:01. I'm gonna turn my music down just a tiny bit. All right, I'm gonna set my chair aside. We're gonna start in marching, so bring your feet right under your hips. Take a big breath in, reach up towards the ceiling, the sky. Keep your hands lifted, turn your thumbs behind you. Shoulders glide down your back. Ribs hug down, low belly hugs in. We'll lift right and left. Here we go. Take it right and left, right and left. All right, happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you've had a good start to your weekend. Ready to move a little bit this Saturday morning? I sure am. All right. Feeling a little rebellious this Saturday. I picked one of my not copyright-free playlists, so that might mean you guys are the only ones who get this workout. Sometimes that makes it so Instagram Live blocks the video, but we're gonna risk it. So if you can hear the music, enjoy some lyrics or some bands you maybe recognize. All right, you're gonna turn your thigh open to the sky, finding that external rotation of your hip joint. Thinking about your bone rotating in your hip socket. And then I want you to pull your arms down to goalpost arms. Palms face the front, shoulders down your back. From here, you're gonna squeeze in. Adding the arms often makes marching feel a little bit faster. Know your legs are pretty much moving the same space. Squeeze, squeeze. Try not to lean back, shoulders right over your hips. Squeeze. Big squeezes. We'll hold the arms out. 4, 3, 2. Now hold your arms out. Come back to marches. Knee comes up towards your chest. Maybe make it a little bit narrower. More of like a butt kick position. You lift. And then your palms are gonna lower down. Shoulders down your back. You're gonna lift your hands up, up. All right, keep going. I'm gonna check the comments. You guys wrote a couple things. All right, take it, lift, lift, lift. All right, keep your core really tight. Shoulders down your back. Whew. Lift, 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 lift. All right, 4 more, then we squat. All right, last one right, last one left. Feet plant right where they were. Arms do the same thing and push back. Lift your palms, push your hands. A little bit faster now. It's up, down. Push, drop. Push, drop. All right, so some of you, I noticed, press that little be featured in my live video feature. That makes you kind of pop up and take up half the screen, which is a super fun function. And I would love to do that with anyone who wants to be featured in the video. But we kind of got to plan ahead for it because I need to plan a class that you can see in half the screen. So if you want to do that, email me, message me. We can plan it ahead. Always fun to have someone demoing, have somebody working a little harder on screen. All right, let's do 2 more. Last one up, hold it down. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Hug your low belly in, little pulses. You go down, 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 down. All right, as you find these little pulses, check your feet. Make sure your feet are parallel to each other. Toes right in line with heels. And your seat just drops down, down, down. Feeling that warmth in the tops of your thighs. Whew, I'm out of breath already. All right, we're gonna come down, find our first plank. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold, walk, hop, lower, down to your first plank. Straight arms, straight legs, but your arms aren't totally straight. You want a little bend of your elbows. Push down through your hands. Really pushing down through all 10 finger pads. And then almost try to lift up the center of your hand like you're suctioning that palm up off the floor. Shoulders draw away from your ears. Abs hug tight. And breathe. This first plank is just in stillness. We're not going to do any variations for better or for worse. That might be really challenging. Sometimes stillness is the hardest thing. It's a great time to close your eyes. Go inside. Really feel what's happening in your body. How you can lift your belly up away from the floor. You can tug your 2 hip points closer together. Knit your ribs down towards your belly button. Squeeze under your armpits, firing up your side abdominals a little more. All right, squeeze your thigh bones up to the sky. Thigh muscles, you can't squeeze your bones, but lifting your thigh bones with that engagement. Your feet are really active too. 10 toes pressed down and just hold. You got it, breathe nearing the end. We're gonna find a down dog stretch before you know it. Find a little more engagement, a little more stability and stillness. We just have 4 counts. 2 and 1, down dog. Nice job, guys. All right, find a little paddle of your heels. And then lower down. You're gonna come to your forearms. We're gonna do side planks. So we'll go to the right first. You're gonna take your left hand, bring it in more on the diagonal, like this, and then turn to the right. Lift your right arm up and hold. All right, find your stability and this nice stacked position to your hips and shoulders. From here, you're gonna reach your palm forward, press back. Forward, press back. Keep going. I'm gonna rotate a little more to the side so you guys can see a little bit better. Forward, and reach. Really feel the lift on your left glute, your left oblique. Your left shoulder should be talking to you too. 2 more, then a final push. Last one forward. Now hold your right palm on your right hip. Push your hip up into your hand. You lift up an inch, up. Lift. You can always stomp your front foot down for a little more support. Lift. Just 6, 4, 3, 2. Push up and hold. Back to center, forearm plank. Breathe. You can always take a quick moment here. If you need a child's pose, you need to take your knees down. We're gonna turn to the right. Sorry, we're gonna turn to the left. You're gonna bring your right forearm in and then turn to the left. Lift your arm up. You wanna find a nice long line to your spine, but you don't wanna overarch. Often we lift our hips up so much that our spine gets rounded. Straight line, head to tailbone. Then your arm's gonna reach forward, 2, back, 2. Just like any arm movement we do, this arm movement is optional. You don't have to take it. You can just hold the plank. You can bring that top leg down for a little more stability. You can take a break and then jump back in it. Maybe get back in it. I guess probably not a jump into a plank, right? Always a great place to close your eyes. Tap into your breath. All right, last one forward. Now hold your palm on your hip. Press your hip up an inch, up an inch. Whew. Keep going. You got it. Little hold coming. You just have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that up. We're gonna go right to child's pose in 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, heels sink back. Seat sinks back to your heels. A little movement through the shoulders. All right, we're gonna grab our weights and come down to a reverse tabletop position. So you're gonna bring your weights one to either hand, bring them by your hips, and then lay down. You've got a nice natural curve of your spine, little puff of air under your low back, but hug your ribs down, nice flat abs. You're gonna lift your legs to a rooftop position, your feet just a little higher than your knees. Then you're gonna reach your arms up to the sky. From here, you're just gonna hold your arms. Your knees are gonna travel forward an inch, back an inch. Little push and pull. Little push, back. Really small. You can always just hold this position to start. We want to establish that intense stability in our core. No movement between our shoulders and hips this whole exercise. That's our goal. Great place to close your eyes. This doesn't really require any balance. You can always open your eyes if you're not sure what I'm talking about. You need to check in. But closing your eyes, going inside helps you get a little deeper into the core work. Out, in. Just 3, 2. All right, hold. Your knees are either right over your hips or a little bit away from you. You're gonna keep your palms nice and flat, and then you're gonna bend at the elbows. Bend down for 2, and lift. It's push, and push. Your elbows are gonna wanna move a few directions, right? Your arms are gonna wanna get a little bit wider, and your elbows might kind of go forward and back. Your goal is to kind of keep them right there and push your belly down every time you lower your arms. 2 more, then we hold it down for smaller range of motion. All right, you're gonna hold it down, thumbs down, pinkies to the sky. Just lift your pinkies up an inch, up an inch. Lift, up, up. All right. This exercise is sometimes called skull crushers. You don't want to drop those weights on your head, right? Just lift them up, up, up. 4, 2, now hold. Squeeze your elbows a little tighter. Elbows right over shoulders. Arms go straight again. In 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms straight. And then push your palms together. Bring your elbows out to the side like you're giving somebody a hug. From there, you're gonna open your arms and open your knees. Take it open for 2, close for 2, open for 2, open. I never before felt a little bit weird when I said giving somebody a hug. That used to be something I said all the time in this type of position. But hugs have changed, right? All right, open and close. Again, the farther away your knees are, the harder this is gonna be for your abs. Maybe push them out a little bit. And close. It's open. And close. Open. And close. 2 more. Close. Last one, open. And close. All right, we're gonna take our palms, push them down on the floor, wide V. Extend your legs straight. Hug your belly down and in. We're gonna find just a little rotation of our legs. They're gonna come over and down to the left, back up to center, over and down to the right, and back to center. Just a few of these. You wanna keep your pelvis down on the floor. So if you go too far, that other side of your pelvis, your glute is gonna lift up off the floor. Keep it small to keep the engagement in your abs. You can always hold. We got 2. All right, here's our last one through. Left and right. All right, bring your legs up to center, bend your knees, and then take your hands off your weights, hold them behind your glutes. Roll up, little curls, curl, up an inch, curl, curl. This is where we finish our ab series from the beginning of class. Come up a little higher, Finding a little more work in your rectus abdominis, your upper abdominals right at the top of your ribs. Sorry, the bottom of your ribs. Depends on your sense of direction, right? All right. Whew. Whew. Just a few more. We're gonna end with a hold. You're almost there. Could you get higher each curl? Last 3, 2, 1. Just hold. Maybe reach your arms long. Push your belly down. Curl up a little more. You breathe for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Find a quick happy baby. Grab a hold of the outsides of your feet. Push down with your hands. Push up with your feet. And then we're gonna rock up to standing. Grab your weights. All right. We are gonna come into a nice parallel position with our feet. Bicep curls. Curl up, down, curl, down. All right, curl, down. Keep going. I'm gonna adjust my screen just a little bit more. Those of you who were not tuned in on, what day was it, Wednesday? Was I here on Wednesday? Yeah. The Instagram glitch of putting my phone to sleep has gone away, thankfully. So I don't have to take any breaks unless I really need one. Maybe you can take as minimal breaks as you can, as few breaks as you can. All right, curl. Curl. All right, you're gonna make sure your feet are in parallel like we started class. Toes right in line with ankles, heels. You're gonna add a heel lift. Take it up and down. That heel lift is optional if you feel too wobbly. You don't have to do it. You can also always slow down a little bit. Curl. Curl. Your shoulders are right over your hips, finding that nice upright posture, strong core. Curl. We're gonna hold the up. 4, 3, 2, all right, hold. You're gonna bend your knees. Finding standing parallel. You're gonna reach your right arm forward. Take it forward, 2, back, 2, left arm forward, 2, back, 2, push, and pull. Don't think just about the push, think about the pull too. Take it, reach, and pull, reach, and pull. Getting into our first set of thigh work here. The more you bend your knees, the more you're gonna work your legs. You can always drop your weights if you're feeling like it's too much and you're compromising your alignment. All right. Whew. Balance. All right, keep your right arm out. Bring your left arm out to join. Turn your palms to face each other. You're gonna take your right hand on top of your left, then left hand on top of right. Switch, and switch. Like you're turning a big steering wheel. Push, push, push. Maybe coming down a little lower. Just a few more of these. All right. Last one. Bring your right hand up, palms to the floor. Take your arms a little bit wider, a nice wide V. You should still see your hands in your peripheral vision, not so wide that you can't see your arms. Find your low position. You're gonna lower your arms and stand tall. Here we go. You take it up for 2, down, 2, lift, lower. Your hands stop just under your shoulders. Don't take your hands above your shoulders. Down, and lift. You can always ditch your weights. Grab your chair, your waist-high surface if you need a little more stability. This is a lot of balance. And lift. Play with how low you can go because you know you're coming back up. At least for now. We'll hold that low in a moment. And lift. Down. And lift. 2, One more left. Whew. Now come down and hold. You're gonna bring your elbows into your sides. Push your arms open. Stay at your low position. You're gonna find a little pulse of your hands up, so you drop your seat down. Down. This is where we finish. You can do it. This is a hold. Up, up, up. Our legs will get a little break after this when we get into some tricep work. So burn out your thighs here. Make them really scream at you. Could you go a little lower? Could you lift your heels a little higher? 8, 6 and a hold. 4, 3, 2, just hold. Option to reach your arms long again. Find that wide V. Bend your knees a little more. Heels high, core strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, bring yourself back to standing. You're gonna step your right foot forward, left foot back, but not a deep lunge, just this kind of shallow position. Crescent lunge, back leg straight. You're gonna hinge at the waist. You're gonna reach your arms long, narrow row. Pull and reach, pull, reach. All right, just a few rows and then we'll get into triceps. Again, pull, reach. You can always drop your weights, grab something lighter. You wanna keep with me, keep moving, pull, reach. I should say you don't have to keep your lunge this shallow. You wanna go a little deeper, work your thighs a little more, go for it. This is your workout. We're gonna hold the back, arms straight, lift up, up, pulse, pulse. Maybe lean a little bit more forward to get your hands a little higher. Arms stick straight. Take it up, 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 up. If you want a balance challenge, you have the option here to lift your back leg up. Find airplane pose. Arms lift up, up, up. Trying to keep that left hip dialing down to the floor. Well, balance challenge, right? Lift, lift. I'm gonna stay here so you guys can see me. Lift, lift. Just 6 more. 4, 2 and a hold. Just freeze and hold. Maybe now you lift up, find that challenge, find that balance, squeeze the tops of your arms straight. We're gonna switch legs. 3, 2, and 1. Come left foot forward, right foot back. Sweep your arms forward, wide row, pull back, reach, reach. In this lunge, in any lunge, you wanna think about the position of your pelvis. You can kind of see, keep your arms going, but you can kind of see my right hip is dropping down, which is totally normal, but it takes a lot of strength to lift it up to match the height of my left hip. Think about that, really engaging through your back leg. Our bodies are masters at finding the path of least resistance. Anywhere they can find some ease, they do, which is a good quality, but sometimes you want to push your body a little harder, right? All right, just a few more, then we'll isolate the triceps. 3, 2, hold your elbows wide. Stretch your arms straight. Your palms are facing the sky right now, or make them face the sky. We're gonna flip our palms. Take it down, up, rotate, rotate. Twist, twist, twist. Same option as before. You can lift your back leg. Try to find a focal point on the floor, challenging your balance. Also warming up your glutes in these lunges. We've got some more thighs and glutes coming up next with our chair. We're gonna hold our triceps. 3, 2, you pick palms up or down, stay there. Maybe lunge forward, lift your arms a little higher. Squeeze the back of your arms, hug your belly up and in, hips level. You breathe for 3, weights down in 2, grab your chair. All right, set your weights down. You're gonna grab your waist high surface and you're gonna come, pull out so you guys can see it. Chair is on your right side. All right, you're gonna bring your heels into an athletic V position. So your heels are together, your toes are a few inches apart. Right hand on your chair, your wall for stability, your countertop. From here, you're gonna step out, find a wide turned out position. So knees over ankles, chest nice and lifted. From wide turned out position, you're gonna keep your right foot right where it is. You're gonna step your left foot back, find a curtsy lunge. Reach your arm up. All right, we're gonna flow back and forth between that. So it's out and down. Out and down. All right, this is getting our thighs and glutes. That same thing I talked about in our last lunge, happening here, right? My left hip is kind of dropping down. I'm gonna fight to keep it lifted, using my glute, hamstring, abs on the left. You can always take the arm out of it. Just keep it on your hip if you had enough arm work. All right. Down. Feeling this in the right leg, I'm sure. You really push down your right glute, your right foot. Feel it in your right glute. We're gonna hold it on the out. In 3, 2, hold. All right, stay nice and low. You're gonna sweep your arm down, lift up and reach. Point through your left toe. Push it back behind you, and then come down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Really pushing your left leg behind you. If you want a little more cardio, you can go a little faster. Take it up, down, drop, drop. This is a lot about the stability on the right side, right? Squeezing both glutes as you stand tall. Lift, lift. Big breaths. Heart rate should be lifted. You don't have to go this fast though, right? You can always slow it down. We're gonna hold the up. Here we go, hold. All right, bend your right knee a little more. And then I want you to turn to face your surface. So instead of a turned out leg, now you're facing your foot. So your hips are square, your legs are in parallel. You're gonna bend your knee, stand up a little taller, push your leg back an inch, push, push. Just this variation in this standing parallel position, getting our glute max, center of our glute. You wanna feel the work right where your hamstring inserts into your glute. Keep a little bend of your right knee. Push, push, push. Whew. All right, we have a stretch coming up next. We're gonna find a glorious figure 4. So stick with me. 12 more. Little pushes back. Could you curl your heel closer to your seat? Push, push. You might bring your left hand to your hip. Push your hip into it to keep your hip forward. Just 4, 2. All right, hold. Bend your right knee a little more. Push your left knee back. Squeeze your heel to your seat. Maybe bring your hands to prayer. Figure 4 stretch coming. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Cross one ankle over. We're gonna do both sides. Maybe grab some water. I always forget to bring my water in with me when I teach. I have like my phone, my music, my weights, my chair. So drink some water for me. All right. And then we're gonna get the other side. So cross the other ankle over. Keep your chest nice and lifted, or reach your seat back behind you. Push your knee down. We're gonna move the chair to the other side. We've got that same series on the other side. All right, sometimes knowing that is a bit of a, oh gosh, but I also think knowing what's to come is a chance to work a little bit harder, get a little bit deeper. So you're gonna start heels in that narrow V position, right? Just 1 or 2 inches between your toes. And then you're gonna step out, find your wide stance. I'm gonna take my chair just a little bit over so you guys can see. Knees right over ankles. Then from here, step your foot back. Chest nice and forward, hips square, hips level. Then take it again, out and down. Take it out and down. I want everybody to start at this slower speed to find both positions. Really feel the alignment. You might have to play with the position of your left foot. If it's not feeling right on your knee, you can always just hold one position or come to a parallel squat, wide squat. All right, lots of options. The turned out position helps us get a little more into our glutes. But it's gonna be hard either way. All right, if you wanna pick it up, go for it. Out and down. All right, you guys know this is our cardio of this class. So take it or leave it. Slow is still gonna get you sweating, working our big muscles. All right, keep it going. We've got about 20 more seconds. Whatever speed you're taking, you don't have that many more. Sink a little deeper in each posture. We're gonna hold the out, that wide turned out position in 3, in 2. All right, come out and hold. All right, find the support. Your left hand, your left foot, left leg. You're gonna come down, lift up. It's down and lift. Drop and lift. A little faster. Down and up, down. Really push your right leg back behind you, but don't arch your back. Keep your abs rock solid like a plank. Whew. Down. And I want you to land really softly on that right foot. If you're upstairs, there's somebody below you, try not to let them hear it. Right? Down. Squeezing your glute. Down. Whew. You can always take the arm out of it. Down. That arm helps get our heart rate up a little more. Down. Down. Keep your legs wide. They might want to narrow as you progress, you get tired. Just 3 more, you can do it. 2. Last one down, we're gonna hold the up. All right, hold your stability. Bend your left knee a little more, and then turn to face your chair. All right, you don't have to hop, I'm just showing you guys. Turn your hips, legs parallel. Stand up tall, bend your knee. Curl your foot to your seat. From here, little presses, back an inch. Take it, back an inch, back an inch. Little push, push. Finding some big breaths. Our heart rate should come down just a little bit as we just find this little pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. Abs are really tight. You don't want to arch in your low back. You just want to make a really tiny movement. Just squeeze your glute. Squeeze your glute. Maybe curl your foot to seat. Curl, curl. Little push, push. Almost to our hold. You can do it. Give me 8, 6, just 4, 3, 2, we hold the back. Stand up really tall. Level and square your pelvis. Maybe bring your hands to prayer. Curl your heel closer to your seat. We're gonna come down to our knees in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Come on down to your knees. We'll finish class on our knees. All right. You're gonna take your arms, lift up, grab a hold of your right tricep, and as you do that, bump your hips over to the right. Finding a little stretch in your right glute, stretch in your tricep, and then come back up. Release your arms, grab a hold, left tricep, push your hips over. All right, big breath in and out. And then release. You're gonna come all the way to seated. Bring your legs out in front of you for high C curve. Hold on behind your hamstrings and lean back till you feel a little heat in your low belly. Tuck your tailbone under, hug your ribs down. From here, a little down and up. It's down an inch, up an inch, lower and left, lower and left. All right, this might be the most I've sweat in one of these Instagram lives, and it is not the hottest day that we've had today. Monday and Tuesday here in Denver might be the hottest days we've had in a while. It's supposed to be 100 degrees. It's tip and curl, tip and curl. All right, we're gonna hold down. Here we go, you hold. Really commit to this position. We're not in flexion too much in bar, but tucking your tailbone under, finding that curvature in your low back, that's gonna help you recruit and use all 4 layers of your abdominals. Really push down with your belly, and then reach one arm long. If that feels hard enough, you stay right there. Stay holding on with your left. If you want a little bit more, reach your left arm long. We're gonna find little scissors of our arms. Squeeze your legs, keep your abs tight. Right arm lift, left arm lowers. Take it up for 2, and switch. It's lift, and push. It's lift, switch. All right, a lot of choices here. Like I said, you can just do one arm at a time and switch after about 3 more. You can also make it a little bit smaller. Just a little lift, or all the way. Make sure you've switched one arm if that's what you're doing. For those of you doing both arms, you know that means we're more than halfway done. 3 more. 2. Now hold your arms stable, little curls, just lift up. Up. You can always lightly hold on. It's curl, 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 curl. Remembering that holding on can mean different things, right? You can find an intense grip if you really need a lot of support, really engage your biceps, right? Sometimes we need that. Or you can just use your fingertips, just find a little tiny bit of support. Take it to the place that it is hard for you today. Every day's a little different. Curl, 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 curl. All right, we're gonna come up and over onto our abdominals next. If you don't wanna be on your belly for any reason, you don't wanna lay on your belly, you can come to all 4s. Lift opposite arm, opposite leg. All right, we made it. I want you to freeze and hold. Take your arms a little wider. Lift your arms a little higher. Draw your shoulders down, wide collarbone. Tuck your ribs down. Imagine a giant medicine ball on your belly. Could you push your belly down in a little more? And then option to lift your feet. Find rooftop position, tabletop position, feet in line with knees. Or if you want a little more, stretch your legs to straight. Hold here, you got it. 10 seconds. Whew, belly down. Shoulders down. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Cross your legs, find a quick hip flexor to stretch. Push your hips up. Lower down. Cross the other leg over top. All right, like I said, up next we are on our belly, some spinal extension work. If you want a little bit extra, you can grab your weights, bring them to your hands. I am good without my weights. All right, find goalpost arms, push down through your forearms, lift up through your chest. But you're gonna tuck your ribs down and in. Push the tops of your feet down, squeeze your thigh bones, and then from here, float your elbows up. Like I said, you can have weights in your hands or not. You're gonna push your arms forward, pull back. Push it forward, back, push, pull, push, pull. Really working our core here, especially our back muscles. 6 more. 5, really feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. 3, 2. All right, this next one, you're gonna hold the back. Stretch your arms straight, palms face your thighs. Now, you're gonna lift your legs up. Feel your hip points pushing down, belly down, but it lifts away from the floor. Try to find a little less pressure of your belly into the floor or mat. From here, you're gonna lift your arms up, squeeze in, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. You got it, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. Almost done, we got this and one more exercise. You can do it, lift, squeeze. A little last love for your triceps, last love for your core. Second to last love for your thighs. Could you squeeze your arms, legs a little straighter? Lift and squeeze. Try to tap your heels. We're gonna hold the up, hold the squeeze. Here we go, hold. Everything tight, lift a little higher. Hug your ribs down and in, lift your belly from the floor. Child's pose. 3, 2, and 1. Push all the way back. Child's pose. Big breath in and out. All right. We are gonna come to our knees next. If you wanna double up your mat, find a little more support for your knees, go for it. I'm gonna grab a pillow for my knees. All right, you're gonna keep that child's pose position. I'm gonna back up a little bit. All right, child's pose position. So knees wide, toes together. From here, it's down, left, down, left, left, down. All right, keeping the work in your thighs and glutes. As you lean forward, you recruit your glutes a little more. It's down, down, and lift. If you want a little more cardio, you can reach up and down. Good, up, down, reach. Lots of arm choices, whatever works for you. Whatever you're doing, just keep moving. We're gonna hold the down. 4 more. 3, 2. All right, hold. Now lift your chest up. Shoulders stack over your hips. Reach your arms up. Hover your seat over your heels. Come down a little lower. Breathe, this is it. This is your grand finale. This is where you wanna work your hardest. Keep your abs tight. Keep the tops of your thighs on fire. Could you come down a little lower? Hold it here. 10 seconds. You got it, breathe. 4, 3, 1 more inch. And then come up, find a cat-cow position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, arch through your back. Lift your chest. And then round through your spine, push down through your hands. Find that nice roundness in your back. 1 more. And then lift. All right, from here, you're gonna take, let's start with the left. You're gonna take your left hand, weave it underneath that gap between your right arm, bring your left shoulder to the floor, reach your right arm long. If you want a little bit more, you can reach your right arm over, hook your palm at your left hip. All right, 1 more breath. And then come back to upright, finding your neutral spine position again. And then we'll go on the other side. Right hand weaves through. You come down to your right shoulder, left arm long. Maybe you reach your arm up and over. And then come back to all fours. We're gonna find a downward dog stretch to stand. So curl your toes under, push your hips back. Finding a hamstring stretch here. Paddle out through your feet. Bending one knee, then the other, reaching one heel to the floor. And then slowly walk hands and feet together, keeping as much of a bend of your knees as you need. And then find a forward fold. You can grab a hold of either elbow, find a little ragdoll pose. All right, then bend your knees. Lift up, feel your feet underneath you, the support of your strong body. Breathe in, lift. Exhale. 2 more times, bend and lift. Exhale. Last one, big lift up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. One hand to your heart and your belly if that feels good. And just take one more breath. Thanking yourself for making time this Saturday morning for you to move your body. I love all the messages you guys sent. I'm gonna read through them. I'll send out my schedule tomorrow, but there's a good chance I'm gonna do a class on Monday. So look out for a class on Monday. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I will. Yeah, and have a great weekend. Keep moving. All right, good job everybody. Drink